Hi, Auntie. Well, thank you so much for taking out all of your time today to join us and talk to us about your life and everything that you've been through. Needless to say, you're like a really big inspiration, I think, for all the young girls that are out there today, especially of coloured skin as well, because I feel like we have a lot of ambitions and goals that we want to achieve, but we also have a view of what society expects of us, which is really hard to juggle both. So we want to try and understand a bit more about your childhood, what you were like when you were younger, to see how you've become the person you are today. So taking us back, what were you like as a kid? Bharathi Auntie, as a little girl, you're so vibrant and like loud now, but what were you like when you were younger?
First of all, thank you Shruti and Prem for being with me today, and special thanks to Rajanna and Kalaka. I really feel that this is truly an honor for me, and I never thought that someone can do this for me. They are so kind of you guys. Coming to my childhood, it's quite interesting to say how I was, and what you are seeing today as Bharathi is completely different. I was born in a very normal middle class family, and my appa was working in a cane development officer in a sugar factory. I think for any personality to grow depends on the situation and the surrounding and the environment where they are grown up. And my environment, as I said, is a very normal, traditional Indian family, born in Tanjavur, in a small town in Tanjavur, and I have one elder sister. My sister is completely opposite to me. She is a chatterbox and I am a completely reserved person. I'm very shy, very reserved. I limit within my comfort zone. I don't come out of my comfort zone and things like that. Two things which made me stronger in my childhood, I think when I was doing my year 4 or 5, two basic fundamental things my dad taught me is, I was playing with my friends, and when we are in a group of friends and everyone celebrates the birthdays and things like that, and I saw my birthday, friend's birthday. Her name is Sujata. I still remember that, and I went and said to my dad, Sujata's birthday is tomorrow and my birthday is coming on the next month, so I want to have a big party because she's doing this, I want to do this, she's doing that. My dad was observing me and said, everything is fine, I can do that, but I'm not going to do it for you. I said, why? He said, the first fundamental thing you have to learn is never ever compare anyone in life. So he hates comparing anyone. So that's the first lesson I learned. Whatever I ask, my dad can do it. But if I say that she's having, so I want to have it, or someone is having, I need to have it, she never ever will happen in my life. So my father is so strict. So that's a good thing, that also makes me a good person, because life has given everyone something, and we have to know what we can do and how we can do it. So that's the first thing I learned. And second thing is, my appa worked in a sugar factory, as I said. He used to have a motorbike driving to office, and that's a company vehicle which he travels every day. I was so keen to drive on the motorbike. I loved to be in the motorbike always as a kid.
You wanted to drive it?
No. Just to be with him. And but he said no.
You couldn't ride it?
No, he said no, which is so strange. He said every school children is coming in the bike and two-wheelers and things like that. But that time car is not too common. Everyone doesn't have car, but two-wheeler is quite common. And he said, no, it's a company vehicle, I can't take you. So, come on. So those things was very hard for me to take it, because as a child we very crying and very cranky. He said, I need. So that created a persistence in me. So not to be too aggravative. So we have to be patient to get anything. It's not that anything can come so quickly in life. So those two instances helped me a lot when I grew up. So I didn't understand at that age, but yes, after that I could be able to make it how it is.
Understand what it was for.
My grandfather is a retired Tahsildar, and he's also a straightforward person. And my Periappa, which is Appa's brother, he's retired IAS officer. So they are all being straightforward person. So the family background is more of a, to be honest in your life, to be truth. All these things build up your character, how you are. So these are the background I've been grown up.
It sounds like all of your family seems to be very ambitious in terms of how they live their life and what they do as well. Is that something that motivated you while you were at school? Because obviously I feel like for girls in India, for girls in India, I feel like there's an expectation. Yes, you study, but studies aren't your focus when you do grow up. Your focus becomes your family. You're eventually expected to have a family and focus on that and focus on the household things. Was that different for you, would you say, when you were in school?
No, it's exactly the same. Because when I was born in 70s, the late 70s, the trend is like normally people prefer to have a boy child rather than having a girl child, because in our culture that spending for the girl for education and marriage is a bit hard, so they prefer to have a boy. And being a second in my family, everyone's expectation was I'm going to be a boy. So that's a first surprise to my parents, but they are very kind. They didn't take it bad. So yeah, but my dad has a great visionary. So he's a good visionary, and he wants me to be as a male, but of course the way he brought me is to be more of a very independent person, to be bold enough to talk, but I was quite opposite to that. His dream was this and I was here.
When you were younger?
Yeah, when I was younger, I used to get scared for everything. And the basic education, normally what every family would do is just get higher studies like +2 and then a basic degree kind of thing. But because I have a dream to become an engineer, and my parents have supported that. So that's why I could able to do my engineering as a civil engineer.
Yeah. No, that's really interesting. When did you decide to become an engineer?
When I was doing my year 7 or 8, because a couple of my cousins, they were said, we are going to be engineers, because we all used to play together, my aunt's sons and things. And they said, we boys, we are going to be engineers. I said, why not? I can be engineer.
If you can do it, I can do it.
And then I realized, no, it's not common for girls, because it's more for the men, and we have to spend so much money because getting into uni and engineering is quite expensive those days. So I thought may not be possible. And then I said to my dad, if those guys are becoming engineer, why not I? If you have really a good vision and if you are doing good, then you can. So you have to get prepared for that. I was a very average student. I'm not a very school topper or anything. So then I realized that I have to put a lot of effort to get into engineering. So I started working towards that from 8, 9 and 10. And year 10, 11 and 12, I did good, but not the 99.99% topper. No, I'm not of that type. I did get the distinction, that's which is common, but that marks are not good enough to get into engineering. So what happens is I applied, I didn't get the engineering seats. So I joined in BSc Computer Science in Coimbatore.
Really? Okay.
So I changed my mind. I was a bit upset, but I thought, okay, this is what I've done, so I can't expect more. So and then it took 3 months for the committee to review all the results, and then finally after 3 months one of the universities said yes, you got selected in that university.
Wow,
so that was a good thing. And it's not only my parents who has encouraged me to be an engineer. My extended family, my aunts, my uncles, everyone said, if you want to do engineering, yes, we are there to support you. And so I said, oh really? Because they are really kind enough, and they said, everyone said yes, none of the family women members in our family are engineer, and if you want to do engineering, we are completely supporting you, whatever, by all means, whatever you want, yes, we are there to help and support you. So that is the biggest support I got in my life, which my family, who are kind enough to help me to get an engineering seat and get into the engineering field.
We hope you enjoyed Bharati's flashback to her childhood. Value learned here is this: in life, focus on your journey rather than comparing yourself to others. How does this align with her vision to become an engineer like her cousins? Stay tuned for the next episode for answers with a fresh perspective.